What's up, guys? This is another installment of online Cubase tutorials. This is Jeff, and in this next episode we're going to add to our drum part and pick some additional instruments and finish the drum channel instrument routing with extra tracks and get our percussion mix finished up. So what we're going to do is give this a listen and listen to this hi-hat part that I added and make sure it's good to go before moving on. Notice if you solo the track, helps you remember what part you're listening for. I think there's actually the syncopation that I have here is actually different from most house tracks. I think it's similar, but it's different. I'm gonna actually move this to the side. I'm gonna create another one here and try a slightly different style part. What note is that? That is an A sharp 1. So here's my grid here, my other track. Here's 1, here's A, here's A sharp. Okay, so oops, that's an A. So A sharp here. I'm just curious what that does. Let me start it back here. That sounded pretty good. Hit that quantize panel again. That sounds pretty good. I kind of like that better. I'm going to trash this other part. We got a good hi-hat open part now. And let's work on the routing real quick. So we're going to take this hi-hat open 1 sound and go to output 3. Make sure output 3 is active. And it's not. So come in here. Now we should have gotten a new track. You can close this editor and use the full screen. I'm going to close this for now. And in our hi-hat open part now, we should have a new hi-hat open. Let's call it hat open and colorize it to fit in with this group of tracks. And let's do the same thing for the ride, because I don't think we have a sound channel for the ride yet. Let's take that ride sound. We'll look at this groove agent, the second one. This is the ride here. Oh, that's interesting. It's also going to 3. So we have to go back to the edit and change the bus to 4 for this guy. And then now we can go back to the mixer. Where's 4? Where did that go? Why am I not seeing it? Weird. Maybe I didn't do something right. Let's go back here. Oh, output 4. That's my bad. Gotta activate that output. Go back to the mixer. Is it showing now? Let's see. What am I missing? I'm forgetting something. Let's do kit mix and see where that puts that. It's so weird. Where's that sound? This is bus 13, bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, bus 4. It's really confusing that they don't show you the internal routing. I find it really confusing. But output 4, what's agent do? Oh, I think that's what we want. Bus 4. Let's try that. So now bus 4. There we go. So now the output of that is now output 4. Man, that's confusing. Out 3, out 4. Let's see. Did we do that same thing on this? Yeah, bus 3. Okay. That's what I missed. So now we got the ride going to bus 4. Go to the mixer on bus 4, output 4, activated output 4. And now we have another output here, and this becomes the ride. And again, we're just setting ourselves up so that we can finish this whole thing in the mix, in the mixing console. So I think I also like this crash sound quite a bit. So that is a C#2. Let's make a new track for this, for the crash. We're going to duplicate this track, select all events, delete it, and then move this over here for a second. And what we're going to do, I think what I want here is just a, kick, 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 kerplash. So that's like leading into the 4. So it's, where's that? C#1, I say. Oh, there we go. So it's this black note here. And let's look at the velocity. Crank that up. Maybe just do 3 of them. Something like that. Let's listen to that. All right. Now, one thing we can do with that too, that crash. Remember, we have some effects built in here as well. Where's the effects? Let's see, main, mixer. I think the effects are right. Oh, you know what? Before we do anything else, this is the crash. This is the crash. And we gotta do our routing. So editing which bus that thing is coming onto is going to go to agent bus 5. Go to the mixer. Here's bus 5. And we want that to go to output 5. So we activate the 5th output. Output 5. Okay. Now we should have a crash coming out here. And here's some effects that are built in. So in theory, we could put a little. Let's try the multi-delay. No, let's try the reverb on here. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Now, what's also cool is now that we have that on its own output, there's the crash. We can edit the crash and send that to our delay. See? So that creatively we get to reuse that delay now for any audio channel we want in our project. That's pretty convenient. I think, yeah, the delay is the only thing we have right now. So our drums are looking good now. We have enough variety for right now for our track. This is actually going to end up being an 8-bar, a 4-bar phrase. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to move this all the way to the end, and I'm going to drag this here. So now this is actually a 4-measure part. And you can see that way we only get a crash every 4 measures, and I'll probably only put this in a few spots in the song. Okay, so now that I added this crash sound, we kind of lost this initial clap. So let's see what's going on with that. It's going to be over here. That's not enough. Let's make a 3-part. Oh, that's actually 2. There we go. Let's move that here. Let's see what that does. Pretty cool. All right, we'll save that. So we got claps, hi-hat. We got a pretty cool bass sound going, and drums and bass. In the next one, I think is we're ready to add some synthesizer parts and really add and start working on the melody that we're going to use for our track. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.